All right, guys, if you got these Intex, please get the covers off. Be careful. Make sure this is pushed down. You can unplug the wiring, and you need to examine it. You need to look over everything. The critical points are the wiring. There's a wire here for the coil to turn it off. Unplug the spark plug. Put tape over the end of the plug, not the plug, but the inside of the capsule where it doesn't go in here, and you don't want to hose over here. You want to start cleaning. Once you get this all cleaned, you need to look at the critical spots that it can leak. We got a gasket here. We got a gasket around here, gasket around here. We got a major gasket here. This is usually changed every maintenance. We have, this is done with valve adjustment, but this is usually silicone on, so this could be replaced. Get some good silicone. Over here, this also leaks. You could take this out. You need to dump all the oil out of these things. That means if you're not going to unmount the motor, you need to unscrew this, and the oil is just going to come all out. You're going to have to put a thing underneath. You need to get this thing dry. You use Teflon seal on here, and you need to make sure that it's tight. If you can turn it with your hand, it is a no-go. A very common oil leak is right here. There is an O-ring. Do not get a pack of O-rings. You want to get the OEM Briggs O-ring to guarantee that this will last. If you're in a pickle, take this out, clean the whole thing, leave the gasket on it, put Teflon, good, the expensivest Teflon you can get. It's like blue. Wrap it like 3 times around and shove it back in. That'll get you another year to 2. If you want to do everything right, look up. You're going to use the Teflon on here. Get yourself an O-ring from underneath here. If you can rebuild engines, you want to replace the head gasket. You want to get Honda Bond for the silicone here. You do not want to replace this with a regular gasket. You will have serious issues, especially coming from the factory. They don't care anymore. They either sell you a gasket or an O-ring. You could do both. You could leave one. Do whatever. Right here, there is a gasket under here you can replace. If you're really seeing like under here and there's a crankcase seal on both sides, you really got issues. But usually that's gonna last you over 20 years unless this engine has had a camshaft failure and it has been rebuilt. Then you're going to need to replace that seal. Usually you can get away with leaving the PTO side, the flywheel side, and the PTO side will need to be replaced. Be very careful with installing it. If you install that incorrectly, you will not know that the oil is leaking out. You will blow the engine up because the oil will dump out the bottom slowly, or when you're mowing, and you'll be like, what the hell? You turn it off and you don't know what the heck happened, and you found out you got no oil in it. But this is basically all the major spots that it leaks. It's that simple. If you take care of those areas, this is over 20 years. It needs to be done. So let's look at this. This motor was, let's say, so this is 09. So let's make it 10. That's what, 16? I get that right? Yeah, 16. So that's 17 years old. So, okay, we got a 17-year-old engine. It's still running fine. Oh, we took the cover off. Look at all this. No, I'll just keep going. I'm going to get a new mower in a couple years anyway. So what happens? Forget about the fact that the world happened and now everything's triple the price. But still, did you want to spend, I'm just going to say back then, $300, $400, $500 on an engine? Or spend $1,500 on a new lawn tractor? That's up to you. Now, these are $900 to $1,000. A new lawn tractor starts at $2,300. That's without tax. And that's if you're getting the same machine and quality. Craftsman was themselves. They outsourced everything. U.S. General is U.S. General. How do I explain that? Briggs is Briggs. Husqvarna is not Husqvarna. Husqvarna outsources. This is a Chinese machine. Unfortunately, when you start taking stuff apart, this is a Chinese engine, Chinese belts. Yes, it's Husqvarna because they put their label on it, but it really is a Chinese engine. What else do I got for an example? I'm not even going to go there. Okay, Ryobi. Ryobi put their sticker on a Chinese engine, on a Chinese pump, on a Chinese hose, on Chinese everything. So when you look up Ryobi, that comes up. Yes, they have to stand behind the parts that they sell, but that is technically Ryobi, even though they don't even make their own engine. Okay, how do I... So Briggs and Stratton, who makes this engine, powered by Briggs and Stratton, now that I'm drawing a massive blank on what I was going... Oh, so they own, what is it, Murray. Oh, what was the other one they just got? It's red with the turtle. Not Toro. With the turtle. I'm looking right at it with the goddamn red hat and the green turtle. Snapper. They own Snapper. You buy a Snapper. Briggs and Stratton doesn't make the machine, but whoever's making it for them, it's considered under Briggs and Stratton. Got me? You buy a DeWalt drill. It's a Black & Decker company of some sort, a conglomerate. Milwaukee is Milwaukee. Cobalt, I'm pretty sure, starts with an S. Forgot. Can't remember. I got anyone else? The Craftsman, I was going to say, I don't know who makes Craftsman. Obviously, the Craftsman used... That's why they changed. They changed to MTD. Cub Cadet is now MTD. Murray goes back and forth between... I said Murray, but I know Snapper is Briggs and Stratton. I'm not sure if Murray is. They used to be. I know because the snowboarder was a Murray. They even had Craftsman in there. There was a Briggs, and they had a bunch of brands. I know Snapper is 100% Briggs and Stratton. Murray may not be. I'm not positive on the Murray. They may be made in the same place. I'm not positive. John Deere is its own thing. I don't think they're made in AYP factory. Husqvarna, they're using like an AYP frame. The snowblowers are different, just like Husqvarna. Leaf blowers are duplicate of Red Max. They're spit and spam. Echo's its own. I've never seen an Echo change. Still is its own. Predator is just like a Chinese engine. Predator is just like Ryobi or Husqvarna. We got Harbor Freight. They named it the Predator engine, and then they made the Predator engine, and we put a name on the label. That's how I'll explain it to you. And it is a Chinese engine. Honda make their own engine, and that's it. They don't have... The Predator is a clone of that, but Predator is Harbor Freight is the one that's manufacturing it in a plant of somewhere for Predator for Harbor Freight. It kind of gets very confusing real fast. You can tongue tie stuff and get it real confused really fast. But in general accusation, I'm pretty sure I have it pretty close. That Murray thing might have been off, but I know Snapper is now Briggs and Stratton because I saw that new thing or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I'll say it like this: China makes good stuff for people that pay for it. I've seen some very high quality Chinese stuff. This came directly from China. If I can get in here. This is something CNC'd. And they did an incredible job. If an American company made this, it would be $80 to $100. But because it came from China, and China has such low-cost labor, this was like $5 to $10. And it is something, like I said, would be crazy expensive if any American attempted to make it and then sell it. I don't know, because I don't know what the size piece of aluminum it is. Forget about the fact that it's anodized and, usually be it's just like... And then all of a sudden, we got the the fake Nibby. It's just a Chinese knockoff of it. Take a look. Oh, Nibby is its own thing. Nibby is no different. Nibby is no different than Predator / Harbor Freight. Yes, the casting is different. Yes, there are things different about it. But let's just say they did a pretty good job knocking it off down to the 2 screws. Everything. The 2 screws. This is actually, that's why exactly why the size may be a little different. This is 24, 2 screws. Guys, pay attention to what you're buying. The difference between that Nibby and this is the jets they put in it and told you that this is what's supposed to fit in it. Don't be stupid. But if you have no idea what you're doing, yeah, I pay 2 for someone to give me a hand. That's just how it is. It's the new way of the road. Just I saw it coming. There's only so much you could do. Yeah, just be ahead of the game, and when they give you the curveball, be ready for it and just throw it back. Be like, I already know.